Bet you guys are probably wanting to see another booster box opening, right? Well, good, because I got just the thing for you. We're doing the same shit again, boys. Throne of Eldraine just dropped. It's still pre-release weekend by the time that I'm recording this, but I was able to go yesterday and get my hands on one of these boxes. I'm super excited about the new adventure mechanic. It works really well for standard. I don't know about commander because I'm more of a commander player, but I'm probably gonna start making standard decks at least from this set. So let's go ahead and get right into this thing. Alright, don't judge me for my Yu-Gi-Oh playmat, but get a look at this art on the box. It is just gorgeous. I didn't waste any of your guys' time by peeling off the plastic, but we have so many packs. Come on. Maybe I am going to waste some time. Got so many packs to go through. Look at all these. A full booster box that we're going to be doing in this one session. So, Throne of Eldraine is a very interesting set that plays on fairy tales and some stuff like King Arthur. We're looking to pull some knights out of this. That's a lot of the set, but for some reason during my pre-release event, I didn't get jack shit for knights. So we're gonna see how this turns out, but we're hoping for a Wandering Beast. I doubt we'll get a case hit out of this, but we can always, oh my fucking god, we can always keep our fingers crossed. Oh, they've even got little pull tabs now. But foil Wandering Beast, that's probably like a $60, $70 card. It could be even more than that, but these packs are opened up in a weird way too. They start with the token and then go to the land and then they go to the rares and uncommons, and we're probably only going to go through the rares and the uncommons in this video. So right off the bat, we got a foil Trail of Crumbs. If you're making food tokens, it's pretty shiny. Food absolutely destroys during the pre-release, by the way. So if you're looking to actually try and win just that little bit of life gain, it lost me a game. I got someone knocked down to 1 when I was at 20. They still beat me because they came back from the 1 food token. We got Dance of the Mans, a Maraleaf Pixie, Deafening Silence, that's a decent one, and Sirkara the Bold, and we got all of the uncommons, or all the commons. I mean, we're not gonna worry about today. If you guys do want to see me go through the commons, you know, we might actually open up another booster box because the way trading card games like this go, if you don't have good luck the first round, you need to spend more money on the second one, right? That's how that works. Ooh, Dwarf Token, we got Plains. Wishclaw Talisman. That's a pretty sweet one. Let's see here. We got a Bog Naughty, Inspiring Veteran, and Covetous Urge. That's a really good Dimir card in this set. Unfortunately, I didn't pull any good Dimir support for my pre-release. I actually ended up pulling the Royal Scions from it, and I built an Izzet deck around that. Because there's a lot of good bounce spells in this set. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, a lot of bounce, some counter, even mill. Alright, don't care about that. And boom! We pulled another Royal Scions. There we go. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Was this $15 or something like that? I don't know. It's pretty good though. We'll put the mythics in the same pile. We got Kenrith's Transformation, Animating Fairy, and a Glass Casket. That one also fucking beat me because I didn't have any enchantment removal because I don't run green. Or artifact or enchantment, I guess. If you guys aren't familiar with this, look at this. The Royal Scions, the Will and Rowan twins. So for +1, you can draw a card, then discard a card. For +1, you can a target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample until end of turn. And for the ultimate, for 8, draw 4 cards. When you do, the Royal Scions deals damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand. It's a really, really good Planeswalker for standard. Ourselves a Fairy Token, an Island, and a Castle Garenberg, or Garenbrig. I like this. It's probably my favorite castle out of all of them. We've got Drown in the Loch, Beanstalk Giant, and a Slaying Fire. Those are really good too. This will really help you out during your pre-release event. And hopefully I can get this uploaded before the end of the pre-release. 1 for views, and 2 to give you guys a good perspective. Because I know a lot of people haven't opened up a box of this yet. We got On an Adventure. These take the place of tokens, and they just give you like a little reminder place to put your adventure cards so that once they're exiled, you can still play the creature. We got a mount. We got a foil. Forever Young. That one was broken as shit. For only 1 and a black, you can put any number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library, and you get to draw a card. How insane is that? Fires of Invention, that's another great one. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn, but you may cast spells with CMC less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana cost. So it's a risky one, but it's probably got a good payoff. Sorcerer's Broom, Belle of the Brawl, and Spectre's Shriek. I need that Wandering Beast. We're also looking for any other of the Planeswalkers. We got Garrick in here. We got Oko. I think that's it, honestly. A Rat Token, Swamp, Irencrag Pyromancer. Whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, this does 3 damage to any target. That ain't bad. Deathless Knight. There's a lot of monocolor in here and a lot of just the 2-color pair for knights. Hypnotic Sprite and Archon of Absolution. Planes. Opportunistic Dragon. This one, I don't know if it's all that great. So it's got flying and it's a 4-drop. When Opportunistic Dragon enters the battlefield, choose target human or artifact an opponent controls for as long as Opportunistic Dragon remains on the battlefield. Gain control of that permanent. It loses all abilities and it can't attack or block. So you get to have it as like maybe an extra sacrifice outlet, but it isn't, or a sack tool, but it doesn't do anything for you if it doesn't have its activated abilities. We got Epic Downfall, Thunderous Snapper, and ooh, look at the art on that. Shepherd of the Flock. I love these alternate arts. They're absolutely gorgeous. Got more Forever Young. I couldn't pull any of those for some reason out of my 5 packs. You guys do need to let me know in the comments, though, what you pull out of your packs. I want to see if anyone got anything interesting. Got a Board Token, got a Forest, and the Cauldron of Eternity. There we go, boys. That's what I love to see. Ooh, 12-drop, though. But it's going to cost 2 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. And whenever a creature you control dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. For 2 and a black, tap, pay 2 life, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So yeah, that's probably going to go in my Scarab God deck. That's awesome. Although I do want more creatures in my grave. Once and Future, Elite Headhunter, and Mad Ratter. It's a play on the Mad Hatter, in case you didn't know that. We're going to have a mighty stack of commons after this. I can feel it already. I can also see it. Alright, don't care about that. Got a... Ooh! There we go. Foil, Castle Garenbrig. That's gorgeous. We got Bone Crusher Giant. That's actually one of the more expensive ones. That's probably what, $6 or $7, somewhere in that range. I'm not for sure. Sir Alan, the Lion's Claw. Tournament Grounds, and turn into a pumpkin. Not too shabby. Let's see here. Human Token. We got Mountain, and Once Upon a Time. That's a good, what is it, $12, $15? People are going to be playing 4 of these for 1 and a green. If this spell's the first spell you've cast this game, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Not bad at all. Fireborn Knight. We got all that glitters. And Claim the Firstborn. Almost done with the first stack of these. It's also something I wanted to bring up to you guys because the guy who owns the card shop that I go to, Phoenix Reborn, he mentioned this. But these packs, like if you look at them, there's a lot more air in these. I don't know if they just made the packs bigger or what they did with them. I mean, you still get the right amount of cards, but they're doing something different with the packaging. Got a food token and a forest. We got a Love-Struck Beast. What's this guy do? He's got a 1-drop for adventure. Create a 1/1 white human creature token. And he can't attack unless you control a 1/1 creature. That's different. We got a Foulmere Knight and Grumgully the Generous. Last pack of the third stack. We're a third of the way through. And I'm already needing to speed this up. I was so excited for this box that I skipped breakfast. Got Plains, Black Lance Paragon, Flash, and when it enters the battlefield, target knight gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. He's a 2-drop. Spinning Wheel, another Trail of Crumbs, and a Fairy Vandal. Let's start on this 2/3. Try not to rip the pack into too many pieces. I don't want a whole bunch of trash in here. We got a 1/1 human mountain, and let's see here. Ooh, a foil Rosethorn halberd. Was it halberd? Got another Castle Vantress. We got a Clockwork Servant. Oh, there we go. Flaxen Intruder. Again, gorgeous artwork. Love it. And Burning Yard Trainer. All the knights you could ever ask for. Another Adventure Plains. Midnight Clock. This is one that I don't really care for. So it's a 3-drop for 2 and a blue. You can tap it to add blue. You put, for 2 and a blue, you can put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. At the beginning of each upkeep, put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. And when the 12th hour counter is put on Midnight Clock, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards, exile Midnight Clock. It seems like a lot of work and a lot of turns. Like, a minimum of probably like 5 turns or so to get Midnight Clock going. And it just seems like you're pooling a lot of mana into something that's not going to give you a very great reward. We got a Steelclaw Lance. Hey, Sir Conrad the Grim. That was one of them that I wanted. Nice. And we got a Savvy Hunter. Savvy Hunter's really great at producing food tokens, because when it attacks or blocks, you get a food. Sorcerer's Spyglass. That's a decent reprint. We got a Shine Chaser, Sage of the Falls, and a Mysterious Pathlighter. Come on. Damn it. I always get so close to opening it up perfectly. And I screw it up. Another food token, a swamp. Ooh, here we go. Foil, Fervent Champion. Nice. First strike and haste. Whenever it attacks another attacking knight you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Equip abilities you activate that target this cost 3 less to cast. That's pretty ballsy, pretty nutty. We got an Acclaimed Contender for our rare. Keeper of the Fables, Desolate Rider, and Overwhelmed Apprentice. There we go. There we go. We got that one open perfectly. Boar Token Mountain. Charming Prince. Not Prince Charming. Charming Prince. Lucky Clover. This thing is fucking crazy. Alright. Whenever you cast an adventure, instant, or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. And it's only a 2-drop artifact. This came up almost every single game in my deck during the pre-release. Sir Farron the Hengehammer. And we got a Shepherd of the Flock. I wouldn't worry about trying to run Knight Tribal during this pre-release. I know a lot of people have been, or they're trying to at least. But believe it or not, you don't pull that many Knights out of this set for some reason. Look at that cute mouse token. We got a Foil Swamp. I'll take it. I don't want it, but I'll take it. Oh, shoot. I accidentally put some stuff in the wrong pile. Give me a sec. Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig. This would be a really interesting card if you could give it, like, Trample or double strike. But for 3 forests, Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Then if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo's, put another +1/+1 on it. So I don't think it's as good as Mawu, the loyal companion or whatever, but I mean, he's still a pretty interesting card nonetheless. Improbable Alliance, Cauldron's Gift, and Inquisitive Puppet. Oh boy, another foil. Foils are real. Redcap Raiders, common. Another Bone Crusher Giant. Order of Midnight, Wondermare, and Embreth Shieldbreaker. We're going to get down to the last of it here pretty soon. Ah, shit. You see that? That one came in bent. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, well. It's alright. At least it's just a common. Bear Swamp. Hey, Emery, Lurker of the Lock. That's a pretty good one. 3-drop. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. When Emery, Lurker of the Lock enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard, and you can tap it to choose target artifact in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. So just load up your deck with artifacts and put them all in the graveyard. Edgewall Innkeeper, Giant Opportunity, and Into the Story. Haven't pulled anything super spectacular out of this yet. Not too impressed with my box. Ooh, that's a really awesome looking one. Jesus, look at that foil. The artwork on that, the Curious Pair. And Stolen by Fae. Let's see here, we got a Heraldic Banner, a Rampart Smasher, and Rally for the Throne. Give me something. I'm all for the pretty artwork, but I need to get some use out of this box. I need to get my money back. You know what I'm saying? Mirror Maid. Actually, I don't think I've seen this one yet. You may have Mirror Maid enter the battlefield as a copy of an artifact or enchantment on the battlefield. I like that. That might work with, what's his name? Goddamn. With Volrath. Oakgame Adversary, Skullknocker Ogre, and Frogify. Turning the prince into a frog. Oh, look at this goat token. A 0/1 goat, and he's eating a boot. Snagged a boot. Got a foil Fairy Vandal. And we got a Brazen Borrower. I actually got the alternate artwork of this. It's a pretty decent card. I don't know if it's worth much. Lock Dragon, Joust, and Righteousness. Boom, this is it. This is the 2/3 of the way through mark. Okay, all the cards that are coming out of this are bent. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. But this last card's always freaking bent. Got Hushbringer. Actually got a full art of the Hushbringer because they handed out these really interesting like pretty much all foil packs if you bought one of the boxes. So that's kind of neat. Cauldron Familiar, Arcanist Owl, and Revenge of Ravens. And we got our final third of the box. So come on. We gotta really pull it together here. See if we can get something. I mean, I guess it's nice to have the Kenrith twins, but you can do better than that, right? Stormfist Crusader. It's going to be a Nekuzar card for sure. Spinning Wheel, Falmir Knight, and Fairy Vandal. Oop, shit, I accidentally gave that away already. We got a 2 Unveiled Tree Folk foil. Wildborn Preserver. Thunderous Snapper, Trail of Crumbs, and we gotta claim the Firstborn again. Let's get this gingerbread, gamers. You like that one? Just came up with that on the fly. Got a Giant Killer. Killer Giant. Inspiring Veteran. All that glitters and turn into a pumpkin. Yeah, I think adding this extra room in the pack for air is leaving more room for the cards to wiggle around and get bent, so I'm not a big fan. Oh, hey, here we are. Foils are seriously, like, ridiculous, but I'm not getting any mythics. We got a foil Wicked Wolf. We got an Iron Crag Feat. At 7 red mana, you can cast only one more spell this turn. Well, it better be a freaking big one, then. Bognaughty, Drown and Lock, and Tournament Grounds. For all your night color support. Gilded Goose. That's a pretty good one. I think that's actually one of the more expensive ones, if I'm not mistaken. Got Witch's Oven. Creates food tokens. Kenrith's Transformation. And Shambling Suit. More food. Another foil, like back to back all the time. Shoot, I put the Gilded Goose in the wrong pile. We got an Embereth Shieldbreaker. Ooh, I see a mythic. Hey, Circle of Loyalty. Not too bad. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each knight you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1. And whenever you cast a legendary spell, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. For 3 and a white and tap, you can create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. Nice. So you just keep popping them out. Got a Marrowleaf Pixie, Covetous Urge, and a Hypnotic Sprite with some very awesome looking artwork. A lot of really cool looking fairies in this deck, or in the booster box. I do really like the adventure artwork, especially for all the fairy creatures. Got Castle Embereth, almost all the castles so far. Fireborn Knight, Red Cap Melee, and Enchanted Carriage. It's Cinderella's Pumpkin Carriage. Let's go. We only got 4 packs left after this. Hey, there she is. God damn, I was actually really worried I wasn't going to pull her. That's the one I wanted. Ayara, First of Lochwyn for 3 black. Legendary creature, elf, noble. She's a 2/3. Whenever Ayara, First of Lochwyn, or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Sacrifice another black creature, draw a card. Obviously, we're going to abuse the shit out of that. It's going to be a lot of sacrificing and a lot of bringing back. Going to need a lot of reanimation there. And we got another Sir Eleonora. Oh my god, I cannot fucking speak. Discerning. Shouldn't have been too hard. Wintermoor Commander. And Sirkara the Bold. We're getting every freaking knight out of this deck, or out of this pack. So that was a pretty decent one at least. What are we going to get? Yay! There it is. Fuck yes. Now we're getting some value back out of this. Hey, where are you going? Getting some value back out of this thing. Garrick, the Cursed Huntsman. 6-drop. He doesn't have a plus ability, but he does have a 0 to create 2 2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens with, when this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on Garrick, on each Garrick you control. So he's pretty helpful there. For -3, you can destroy target creature and draw a card. And from only -6, You get an emblem with creatures you control have +3/+3 and have trample. That's pretty nice. We got Witch's Oven, Sir Alan, the Lion's Claw, and Mystical Dispute. Let's go. I will take that. Now we're just missing the Oko, right? And I'm probably going to be buying the Brawl decks as soon as those drop. Probably. I think they come out next week. As of recording this, it should be next week. Got Knight. Hey, that's actually pretty good looking. A foil Grumgully the Generous. We've got another fairy, Fae of Wishes. I'm seriously just gonna make a freaking a fairy deck out of this in standard. Elite Headhunter, Epic Downfall, and Venerable Knight. Just 2 packs. Let's pull something really incredible out of these. Please let it be a Wandering Beast, because I don't want to buy any. Ooh, Doom Foretold. So I don't know. People have mixed opinions on this. I kind of like it. Got an Oakham Ranger. Mad Ratter, right? Yeah, and Deafening Silence. Our last pack, we got a Clack Bridge Troll. That one is pretty great. Once and future, another Grumgully the Generous, and Ferocity of the Wilds. So that is going to do it for the entire box. How many mythics did we get out of this thing? So 5 mythics, that ain't bad. Some pretty decent value in this set. Definitely worth going out and buying a box for. I don't think I'm going to be picking up another one, but I am definitely going to be buying the Brawl decks as soon as those come out and turn it into some kind of crazy commander deck. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it, and I will see you guys in the next one.